goodness of Waikanae! I'm here to talk about the trees behind me. And there's so much traffic I have to shout! So this stone wall I'm sitting on, as well as these trees, were planted in 1958 to commemorate three bishops. Bishop Abraham, Bishop Wallace and Bishop Hatfield. So as you can see, there's a puriri, there's a totra behind that, and there's a cowrie behind that one as well. So here is a puriri. And here is the totra that's being squished by the puriri. And finally, the stately cowrie. Our next stop is this park, a park that I spent many hours when I was younger playing about. So let's have a look! Hey! I'm getting the golden promise roses! Lots of them! Golden. And also, let's go and hit an iceberg! Hit an iceberg! Woo, I'm just recovering from hitting this iceberg. Normally it's covered with lots of them, so there's not many left at the moment, but it's still really good. An icebergy. Mysterious wisteria above me. It's beside me, and it's over there, there and everywhere. Excuse me, sir. Do you have the time? No, I believe not. There's not enough sun for the time. So for the time being, goodbye. I'll see you another time. Playground! Become a bit big. Other than that, I feel big. Not just big, but giant! Being bathed in amber light is pure serendipity. In my magical wild gardenosity Waikanae garden tour. across the road. I think I need a bit of sustenance. Relish Cafe has a great little garden. Why don't we have a look? First course, so of course I have to keep well energized. So, a bit of limey goodness, quiche goodness. Now this is what I call a meal. Getting through this alright. Mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia, I feel fat. That was a good meal, I feel full and ready for the day of Waikanae. I think I will sit down here and relax. This is refreshing. Seems to be a change of scenery. I really don't know why, but I just feel looking at something different now. And I'm standing next to a plant, and that plant is a bouganvillea. And of course, it's like a bogan. I can imagine any decent bogan would have one of these. So you have, you know, your nice classic 1950s house with a bit of, you know, peeling paint and weatherboard. You've got this old arbour, you know, an entrance, and it's got aura in, and got a couple of cars parked on the lawn. There's a little pile of tyres stacked down beneath it, and of course the bouganvillea being in that spot as real street cred. One thing I have to admit that I like, cyclamen. And it's funny because cyclamen never have bites. I've never figured that one out before. I mean, you know, they're not like going along like this. And anyway, I can go along and there's just a clump here and another one there and another one there and another one there. And also, there's some more here. Behind the Chinese privet. This plant really annoys me. Whenever you try to clip it, you get this milky sap that sticks over you completely. And then you have these awesome white cream flowers that seem to make everyone sneeze. Perfect plant, wouldn't you say so? And now I'm going to head off to my next stop on the journey. So of course I'll just row along A moustache! Or actually, no, a cornus capitata tree. The cornus capitata, also known as Himalayan dogwood, has this lovely fruit. And this fruit is good for the jelly, which you like to put on delicious scones. So, make sure you get it before the birds do, and you cook it all up and it's just lovely. Now I wouldn't suggest to eat it, mainly because you can eat it, but there's lots of seeds in it, so that gets very annoying. It's a nice tree though. So here's a ripe one, and we just squish it. And see, it's got all this nice pulp that cooks up well, but there's lots of seeds in there as well, so it sort of just feels like a mouthful of seeds if you eat it. But yeah, it cooks up deliciously. So when you're cooking your jelly, make sure you add apple or crab apple to it, because it makes it set perfectly and makes it all delicious and yummy. Scones. Time to talk about this monstrosity here, the cotoneaster tree. As you can see, it's got all of these delicious looking berries, but of course, no good for humans. Delicious for birdies. But you see, the birdies eat them, and come out of the birdies, you get a zillion cotoneaster plants everywhere. And that is why we're on the weed. Consider the weed. The next stop is Gus Evans Nursery. For plants, that is. Potting. Woo! Cyclamen. More. Woo! Chickens. This is just as good. Well, better than being in a sweet shop. And here is the fuchsia procumbens. It's a trailing fuchsia, and it's also the world's smallest growing fuchsia species. Oh, tree lucerne! Oh wow, there's also a Latin name. Let's see if I can pronounce it. It's a Chamaesyus palmensis, I think. Still, tree lucerne. Good fun. Grows fast. It's good. Firewood. It's one use I like to use it for, because it's a legume and fixes nitrogen in its roots, and also has a very fast growth habit. So if you grow it, you can use it as a quick growing shelter belt, and then obviously you can cut it for small kindling and firewood. And it's just a nice quick growing tree to have. And here is this tiny wee growing hebe. And yes, it's actually a hebe. These things only grow a little bit bigger to have these nice balls of hebeosity. So pretty. And it's called Hebe Emerald Gem. Woo! Chinese land. plantains. Ablution abridum. And they are hot pink. And is this a Crassula ovata? Crassula's a good genus. And these are ovatiaeans. They're ovals. But wait! There's more! This is big! Blueberry, Olo, Ijoa. Flowers! Daisy flowers. I'm sitting here with my very handy fellows, pseudopanixis. So that bit of Latin means basically false hands. And also, otherwise known as five finger, or as I like to call this lot at this stage, three finger. And of course I forgot to say, it's a native. Otherwise known as our native cork tree. And let's have a look. Its Latin name is Entella arborescens. And when this flowers and fruits, has these lovely little spiky fruity things. And its wood is so light, it used to be used for rafts and other floating structures, and that's how it got its name corkwood. So wow, this wow is an amazing plant. So here's a bunch of kaffir limes, and as you can see by this label, they're very lumpy fruit. But its main culinary use isn't actually the fruit, it's the leaves. These distinctive bifurcated leaves. Very interesting and also a bit thorny. So here I am, with a nice lot of Passiflora edulis, passion fruit. Of course, this is just one variety, and the main variety of passion fruit grown in New Zealand. There are many other passion fruit varieties out there, like Passiflora trifoliata, but the thing is, Passiflora trifoliata grows so well, it's actually a full-on weed in New Zealand. So it's a bit of a shame, but still, at least it got something. Also, the Passiflora trifoliata's common name is a banana passion fruit. Woo! Time to be an undercover agent.
That's the annoying native we've planted outside our place.
And of course, guess what?
Cyclamen! And the white one. Oh, wait. So,
With cyclamen, what you do is make sure you have a pot, you put it in a dish with stones, and only water in that dish. The reason why you do that is you don't want any water to get on the leaves, but you still want humidity for them. So watering the stones in the dish will help water to evaporate and will create a nice environment that's pleasantly humid for the cyclamen to flourish. Knobbly club rush. Do not confuse with club mosses, as that is an entirely different club altogether, and let's face it, their fan clubs wouldn't be very happy with you. These little trees are so tiny! Pinky! Ha! So this is a Ligulera reniformis. Or, otherwise, it's a tractor seat plant! So I think they grow a bit bigger than that. And then obviously you sit on them and you go on your tractor seat plant. Well, it always pays to have a cloth bag in your bag, because you never know when you'll need one for some plants. So let me think. I think I'll get a whole bunch of cyclamen to fill up my bag. Just as well I had 2 bags. So bye. Time to head off. Just having a quick squiz in the museum, the Kapiti Coast Museum in Waikanae. And of course, these little plants need educated, don't they?
Garden tools and also other tools. Hey cyclamen, look at these tools. More tools. Let's have a look.
Next stop is Bunnings. Bunnings Warehouse. Breaking up, and we don't want to replace them with yet more plastic, so get these, do a bit for the environment, a bit less plastic, and of course fill them up with plants. I feel quite tired after my wonderful wild tour of Waikanae. I could go to sleep. That's me done for the day. I've got my pool of plants. That concludes this episode. So please remember to like, subscribe, and watch Gardener Gone Wild. Be asleep.